In order to understand yourself emotionally, I really want you to get that emotions are energy, and everything is energy, and energy vibrates and moves. And some of us can see it, some of us can't see it. But you can see things moving in your environment. You can see your kids bouncing around. You can see people getting amped up. You can see how energy moves and moves through humans. You can see dogs barking, and that's all evidence of energy moving. And as humans, our energy manifests in many forms. There's emotional, there are thoughts, there is physical manifestation, physical form, so dis-ease in the body. And the things like dis-ease, like imbalance, like Hashimoto's, like exhaustion, sleep deprivation, the things that women tell me all the time they're struggling with, those sort of symptoms are parts of not being present. They are a result of not being present with what we're feeling. And it's not much more complicated than that. You don't need to read all the books. You might like to read all the books, but you don't need that to know. Emotions are energy. Energy moves. When we're not present with energy, it can't move the way it wants to move. It gets stuck. So when you feel that tension here, or the headache in the back of the head, or this pressure here, or the heaviness on the heart, or the rumbling stomach and diarrhea, I could go on and on. When you experience those physical symptoms, they are physical manifestations of an energy, an emotion we have not been present with, built up and accrued over time, piling onto itself. Layered on by many belief systems, layered on by many life experiences, layered on by self-doubt, anxiety, overwhelm at the outer edge. That's the part we see. What we don't ever think about is what got stuck. I'm actually just not being present with myself. I think the problem is that there's too much going on, but really, I got stuff boiling in the pot. And I'm just trying to cram a lid on it, but it's spewing out the sides and overflowing, and my stove is becoming a nightmare and a mess. And I just want it to stop, but I can't find the off switch to turn off the burner. I'm turning it and cranking it, but nothing will turn off. So I just stay in fight or flight mode, fighting what is, pushing against, striving for more. Just so mad that I can't make it stop, right? Does it seem familiar? And rather than staying in that reactive mode, let's do something different. Let's try being present with the feeling and learning how to feel. Let's become proficient in our emotions. What about that? When you're proficient in your emotions, life gets pretty good. There's joy available every day. Same level of availability as negativity is now, as pressure is now, as self-doubt, as fear is now. There is joy, there is lightness, there is ease, there is knowing I am the best mom for my kids. Nobody could tell me otherwise. And things really are working out for me. They are. And there's a lot of evidence. And life is good. And it's getting better all the time. And I love being with my family because we're good together. We have moments that are hard, but we know how to work through it because I'm connected to me. Because I'm stable within me. Okay, before I go off on that huge tangent, that's a glimpse of what is on the other side of staying stuck inside of low, heavy feelings and believing that you are not worthy of feeling better. Okay? You guys with me? All right. So Emotions are energy. They cling to low beliefs. I'm just going to say it this way for the sake of ease. That's how it came through this morning. They cling to low beliefs. Like, think of that as a like attracts like. Heavy emotions, sadness, fear, those are low vibration, low frequency emotions. And think of them as kind of clinging to really low belief systems. The ones that say, like, I can't, I'm not allowed, no one lets me, I don't get to, ... So they cling to those low belief systems about ourselves and others in our lives, or maybe the world. Okay? Fear-based beliefs equal low feeling states. And love-based beliefs equal contentment, satisfaction, fulfillment. I love my life. Joy, joy, joy. More than enough. More than enough. Here for you and me and everyone. That feeling. Okay? Feeling safe. Knowing I'm supported. All of that. So, either way, it's all coming from within us. We can allow these feelings that are not aligned with our vision for the picture of our family in our mind, or vision for myself, for my future. We can allow these feelings to move that are not aligned with that. And guess what happens? They move on. They let us go. They let us go. And without going too deep into explanation about this, what I'll say is we get what we're a match for. And if you've been hanging around here, you've heard me say this a lot. We get what we are a match for. So if my mood is low, then life is going to hand me lemons. And and it is not as easy as, so I'm just going to shift my mood. Because if I've never been in worthiness, if I've never been feeling complete, whole, and safe because I've survived a lot of crap, then I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to get there. I need a teacher to show me how to get there. I need to learn that and learn how to take those new baby steps to make that my new norm, make that my reality now. Then you got some learning to do, and that's okay. We're going to just go with right where you are. However, even if you've never known that, if you have no reference point for feeling safe or secure, you may have had moments when you can recognize a lightness or an ease or a joy or connection. You may have had those moments. And I want you to really use those as your reference point. So you can imagine yourself being in that state. Imagine how it feels when you're in that state. Is there any room for heaviness, fear, loss, grief, anger in the present moment of being in that state of joy? No. Because those two different energies cannot exist at once in the same place, not at the same time. Okay, can you feel that? What we do quickly is we start to feel flooded with joy, and then boop, we jump out of it. We flip it, we close the door to that. I can't have that. And then the I can't have. But do you see, that's not the same moment. So what I want to invite you to do today is, with regards to your number one emotion that you identified, I want you to do what you never do. And the opposite of what you usually do, which is, oh, but I can't, and slam the door. I want you to leave the door open, and I want you to turn inward. And I want you to move in toward the feeling. And I want you to commit to staying open and holding a container, holding a space for that feeling. And I want you to allow it to be felt, experienced, seen, heard, and realized. You got that? I want you to allow yourself to be in the moment with that feeling. And you're totally safe to do this.